Hello, good day. I am Michelle Nocos from BSTM 1112. Interpersonal relationship. For me, in an easy word, interpersonal relationship is an association between two or more people that may range from fleeting to enduring. This association may be based on inference, love, solidarity, regular business interactions, or some other type of social commitment. The first type is the intimate relationship. The intimate relationship is also an interpersonal relationship that involves physical or emotional intimacy. The first type of intimate relationship, which is the romantic relationships generally. Romantic relationships have been defined in countless ways by writers, philosophers, religions, scientists, and in the modern day relationship counselors. In this context, romantic relationship can be viewed as voluntary relationships between individuals who have intentions that each person will be a significant part of their ongoing lives. These two popular definitions of love are Sternberg's triangular theory of love and Fisher's theory of love. Sternberg defines love in terms of intimacy, passion, and commitment, which he claims exists in varying levels in different romantic relationships. The second one is the romance. The single defining quality of a romantic relationship is the presence of love. Love is therefore equally difficult to define. Romance is also defined as a feeling of excitement and mystery associated with love. For the next is the platonic love. As the Merriam-Webster dictionary explained, platonic love as love conceived by Plato as ascending from passion for the individual to contemplation of the universal and ideal. The platonic love does not involve any type of sexual involvement. Most friendship begin as either personal or professional. The next is the marital relationship. In an easy word, this relationship between wife and husband. For the next is the familial relationship. It can be defined as any combination of filiation or conjugal relationships that join two people directly or through a third party. Parent-child. The parent-child is also a unique bond that every child and parent will can enjoy and nurture. The parent-child have three styles. First is the securely attached. Those who are securely attached have high self-esteem, seek out social connection and support, and are able to share their feelings with other people. They also tend to have long-term, trusting relationship. The second one is the insecure avoidant. This is also known as type A. This attachment type is willing to explore but he does not seek proximity to the caregivers. And 21% of children show this attachment pattern. For the last is the third, insecure ambivalent. Insecure ambivalent, this attachment creates insecurity, anxiety, and dependency that can continue within intimate relationship throughout the lifespan. The next is the siblings. In an easy word, siblings is the two or more children or offspring having one or both parents in common, although a brother or a sister. For the next is the other examples of interpersonal relationship. First is the egalitarian and platonic friendship enemy. Second one is the friend, which is a person with whom an individual maintains a friendly interaction despite underlying conflict possibly encompassing rivalry, mistrust, jealousy, or competition. Next is the other example of interpersonal relationship is neighbor business relationships, partnership, employer and employee, contractor, customer, landlord, and tenant, co-worker, or officials. The Mantis stages. Do you know one of the most influential models of relationship development was proposed by a psychologist, George Levinger. George Levinger was a professor of psychology at the University of Massachusetts in Amherst. This model was formulated to describe heterosexual adult romantic relationships, but it has been applied to other kinds of interpersonal relations as well. According to this model by George Levinger, the natural development of a relationship follows 5 stages. First one is the acquaintance and acquaintanceship. Becoming acquainted depends on previous relationships, physical proximity, first impressions, and a variety of other factors. The acquaintance and acquaintanceship is another example of this association. The second one is the build-up. During this stage, people begin to trust and care about each other. In the build-up, the need for intimacy, compatibility, and such filtering agents as common background and goals will influence whether or not interaction continues. For the next is the continuation. This stage follows a mutual commitment to quite a strong and close long-term friendship, romantic relationship, or even marriage. For the fourth is the deterioration. Not all relationships deteriorate, but those that do tend to show signs of trouble. Alternately, the participant may find some way to resolve the problems and reestablish the trust. For the last is the ending. The final stage marks the end of the relationship either by breakups, death, or by spatial separation for quite some time, and severing all existing ties of either friendship or romantic love. Existing ties of either friendship or. For the next is terminating a relationship. The American Psychological Association has summarized the evidence on breakups. Breaking up can actually be a positive experience when the relationship did not expand the self and when the breakup leads of personal growth. They also recommend some ways to cope with the experience, which is first is purposefully focusing on the positive aspects of the breakup, minimizing the negative emotions, journaling the positive aspect of the breakup. First is the pathological relationships. Type is abusive. Abusive is extremely offensive and insulting. Second one is the codependent. Codependent is a person who will plan their entire life around pleasing the other person or the enabler. Next is narcissist. It is a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, trouble relationship, and a lack of empathy for other. Importance: human beings are innately social and are shaped by their experience with others. There are multiple perspectives to understand this inherent motivation to interact with others. First is need to belong. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, human needs to feel love and acceptance from social groups like family, peer, and groups. Next one is the social exchange. This perspective suggests that individuals engage in relations that are rewarding in both tangible and intangible ways. For the third is the relational self. Relational self refers to any aspect of the partner of relationship that are positive. The next is power and dominance. This is closely related concepts that are greatly impact relationships. Last, relationship satisfaction. It is defined as an interpersonal evaluation of the positivity of feelings for one's partner and attraction to the relationship. Theories and empirical research. Empirical research is defined as a research that is based on observation and measurement of phenomena as directly experienced by the researcher. The first is Confucianism. Confucianism is a study and theory of relationships, especially within hierarchies. Juniors are considered in Confucianism to owe their seniors reverence, and seniors have duties of benevolence and concern toward juniors. Minding relationships. The mindfulness theory of relationship shows how closeness in relationships may be enhanced Minding is the reciprocal knowing process involving the non-stop interrelated thoughts, feelings, and behaviors of person in a relationship. The five components of minding include knowing and being known, seeking to understand the partner, making relationship enhancing attributions for behaviors, giving the benefit of the doubt, accepting and respecting empathy and social skill, maintaining reciprocity, active participation and relationship enhancement, continuity in minding, persisting in mindfulness. So, interpersonal skills, definitions, and example. So, what is interpersonal communication? Interpersonal communication is the process of face-to-face exchange of thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotion between two or more people. This includes both verbal and non-verbal elements of personal interaction. So what are interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills are traits you rely on when you interact and communicate with others. They cover a variety of scenarios where communication and cooperation are essential. These two skills involves the ability to communicate and build relationships with others, often called people skills. They tend to incorporate both your innate personality traits and how you learn to handle certain social situations. Effective interpersonal skills can help us during the job interview process and can have a positive impact on our career advancement. Some examples of interpersonal skills include active listening, teamwork, responsibility, dependability, leadership, motivation, flexibility, patience, and empathy. So, the question is, why are interpersonal skills important? Strong interpersonal skills can help us during the job interview process. As interviewers look for applicants who can work well with others, they will also help us succeed in almost any job by helping us understand other people and adjusting our approach to work together effectively. So, interpersonal skills examples. Unlike technical or hard skills, interpersonal skills are soft skills that are easily transferable across industries and positions. Employers value interpersonal skills because they contribute to positive work environments and help maintain an efficient workflow. So, here is a list of interpersonal skills for us to identify interpersonal skills that we possess that are valuable to employers. First is the active listening. Active listening means listening to others with the purpose of gathering information and engaging with the speaker. Dependability. This can include anything from being punctual to keeping promises. Third, empathy. A worker's emotional intelligence is how well they understand the needs and feelings of others. Next is the leadership. Leadership is an important interpersonal skills that involves effective decision making. For the last is teamwork. Teamwork is the ability to work together as a team is extremely valuable in every workplace. So, how to improve our interpersonal skills? The number one first is to attend workshop or online classes. These are several workshops, online classes, and videos on ways you can practice building interpersonal skills. The second, seek out opportunities to build relationships. This could be related to your work like networking or industry-specific groups or simply a group that shares a similar interest or hobby. For the third one is be thoughtful about ways your interactions and could improve. This might be certain words you said, ways you reach, or body language we use. For the fourth one is ask trusted friends or colleagues for constructive criticism. It is helpful to get a third-party perspective about your skill level and specific ways you can improve. Next is to observe other positive interpersonal interaction. Example, it can also be helpful to learn by seeing others use interpersonal skills. The last is the seek out mentorship. By this step, to improve interpersonal skill, the only way we can do is asking someone you trust, admire, and respect to counsel you on improving interpersonal skills and advancing in your career overall can be an extremely effective way to learn. So, Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you and God bless us all. Love lot.